Here with State Dominguez Hills senior Austin De Medeiros. Uh, Austin, you're going through preseason training sessions right now. How's the body holding up?
For me personally, it could be better, but everybody, everyone's feeling well. We're getting fit, getting in the flow of everything for the upcoming season, so everything's going along well.
All right, now one of the storylines this season is you brought in a new coach. You guys are running a new system now. Have you guys adapted to that very fairly quickly, or is there some challenges to that?
For the most part, everybody at this day and age, with how we are mature with the sport, it's kind of easy to adapt to new things and new formations. So with the new coach Jack and his way of play, we've adapted fairly easily. It's obviously anything that comes to you that is new, it's going to take a day or two, some time to get used to it, but we've adapted very well.
So not only do you bring a new coach, you also bring in, close to 20 newcomers. How is the team meshing so far?
I'm very impressed. We actually have, I believe, 22 freshmen and a total of maybe 25 new teammates for this year. But I'm very impressed with the freshmen. One of the best freshmen class I've seen in a while. So even though that they are new kids, the talent isn't missing. So it's actually very exciting to see their future.
Now we know you're the team clown, but you see any replacements for the team clown next year in that class?
I don't know if anybody can follow me up. Probably, it's Braden. Braden will follow in my footsteps.
Any stories that you can share?
With Braden, no, I'm gonna bite my tongue on that. Just for Braden, the only person who I think can be maybe class clown with me, or team clown, is definitely Jack. Jack the English. He loves to banter. Always, talking into your ear. If you say something, he's gonna be right there with you just to make sure you don't forget that moment. So Jack is definitely someone to banter a lot.
Give me your best Jack impersonation.
Well, lads, I don't know how you people here do it in America, but over in England, we play football. This stuff here, I don't know what you're doing with it. You got to actually get the ball, keep it between your shoulders, and you got to play real football.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, last year's team set the bar pretty high, on top of the table. What are our expectations this year?
Last year's, we had a great team last year, many high-quality players. We're not going to compare this year's team to last year's team because it's either you achieved or you failed. And with a new staff, new players, a lot of incoming freshmen, our biggest goal is camaraderie, because if everyone here is a family on the same page, one, we're going to do well, maybe not the same in the high level of NCAA playoffs, the second round, but the team camaraderie is the biggest thing. So if we're playing together as a family, working hard, trying to better ourselves every day, that's all we can ask for.
All right, well, there you have it. Thank you, Austin.
No problem, Kyber.
Here with State Dominguez Hills men's soccer head coach Sean Lockhart. Sean, once a Toro, always a Toro. How does it feel to be back at your alma mater as your first-year head coach?
I'm excited to be here. I'm extremely fortunate to have this opportunity to be here as well. So I'm looking forward to what the season brings about and coaching these young men and going forward and continuing the legacy that the previous coaching staff has instilled here.
Now, you're new coach, you bring in a new system. How do you think the team has responded, with you trying to implement it?
We've had our good days. We've also had our trying days where, you're trying to, like you said, implement a system that's a little different than what they're accustomed to. So, it's hard to have anybody break what they're used to doing in such a short span of time. But so far, we've made our strides each day. I think our match yesterday kind of helped us get a good barometer of where we're at going forward for the rest of the season.
Now, can you divulge into that a little bit? Who are the standouts so far?
I thought yesterday, with one of our returners, with Mo, obviously, he's been a leader. He's not the most vocal of leaders out there, but he's a leader by example, and he does a great job of communicating with his fellow teammates about where to be, what to do, all those types of things. A lot of the guys that we brought in, it's hard to get them to mesh just because it's such a short span of time, but we've been impressed with Mo. We've been impressed with Soto, guys that the returners that we've looked to kind of rely on heavily to kind of get help with our 20 new players to the program. They've done a great job there, but they've also led by example out in the field.
Now we understand, you do a lot of off-the-field team bonding stuff. How important is that to the team camaraderie?
I think it's extremely important. One of my things, one of the aspects that I really enjoyed when I came here, I left Sac State to come here, and the camaraderie that we had as a team, kind of the family atmosphere. We did a lot of things together. I think ultimately it spilled over onto the field where we were able to play for each other and work for each other and really try to focus on making the team a stronger team and kind of put our egos aside essentially and focus on the team objective, which is why we won a national championship and went to a final those 2 years.
Now, have you shared any of those stories, winning the national championship with the team?
Not really. I mean, I've more tried to empathize with them as a student athlete, especially being a student athlete here on campus, and letting them know that there are going to be some tough days and whatnot. If they ask me about the stuff, I'll let them know. But there is a process, and I think we'll get to that at some point. Right now, it's just more about getting the group to collectively buy into what it is we're trying to promote.
Now, last year's team set the bar pretty high. They finished the season at the top of the conference table. Do you have any expectations this year?
I mean, obviously at this program, says that there's such a a legacy put forth. We're always trying to strive to continue that legacy. So for us to come on in with any other expectations would be selling the program short. So I think us going in with the objective of trying to win and trying to continue what's been set forth before us, that would be the best way to go about doing it.
All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you, and good luck on the season, Sean.
Appreciate it. Thank you for everything.